What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Los. Well, I think they lost their mind podcast. I got my man with me.
What episode is this?
Episode 9, champ.
Episode 9, man. You know it's Lee, baby. Episode 9.
Yeah, episode 9. You know what I'm saying? You know, we really appreciate y'all constantly checking in with us. We just want y'all to like, subscribe, share. I fucked that all up. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, one more time.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
All right, cool. There we go.
Yeah,
Yo, it's 9 episodes in. You don't know?
Listen, I just kind of fucked up sometimes.
I got you.
Damn.
All right, my bad. I'm saying.
Players fuck up.
Players fuck up a lot. There's a lot of fucking up going on over here.
Players fuck up a lot. How you feeling, Jack?
Feel good. Came 9 in.
9 in, man.
It's been. It seemed like we shot a whole lot of them, though.
Yeah, that's what it feel like.
Sure, I ain't gonna lie. Only 9, but it's cool though.
9 in.
That's crazy.
Pause.
Pause, bro. That's crazy. Yo, well, guess what though?
Yeah.
You regurgitated it. 9 in. Well, listen, chat. But man, what we gonna get to this week, man? What we talking about? It's been a lot of highlights going on.
Man, it's been a lot of highlights. I mean, we already went past the Diddy on trial. I think this is the third week.
I'm kind of tired of him.
Yeah, this is the third week, but I do want to reach. Apparently, his assistant came on.
Okay.
So his assistant came on. I think I named like Capricorn or something.
Okay.
So Shorty came on, and I think it kind of she put a lot of things in perspective on what the prosecution is trying to say, that this man is a demon and a lot of things he do, a lot of threats that he made. And I think it was at one point where apparently she stole from him, and his security, you know, basically, or he had something to do with it too, saying they was going to throw her in the river.
So
you know what I mean? So they made her to take a lie detector test, and apparently this wasn't the first time someone testified as far as Diddy taking a lie detector test. I think another person, a male, apparently said that Diddy made him take a lie detector test too. So basically he told him if you fit, apparently it was something involving jewelry,
Right.
something involving jewelry, and basically she something, however the deal went, you know, the jewelry they got robbed or went missing or whatever.
Right.
And so he thinks she had something to do with it. So basically he had her take a lie detector test and told her if she failed a lie detector test, they're gonna throw her in the river.
Did she pass the fail?
She's still alive. They throw her in the river, so it sounded like she passed. So it was just a lot of things that was going on to where she stopped being his assistant and then started being Cassie's assistant. It was just so much going on. So I think right now that was just a little twist this week on what's going on with the Diddy.
I'm gonna
case.
be honest with you. I ain't really make keep up with that shit.
No.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
He did something.
He did
You know
something.
what I'm saying? So
Something he did.
he did something. They let him do something. They what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to what you think about the the Remy Ma and Papoose situation. 'Cause that shit messy.
Yeah, I can see that it's messy.
That shit messy.
And I think Papoose bringing things out now because he just want to clear the air. I feel like, you know, he haven't said too much. He haven't said anything. So now he gave his rebuttal to really what actually was going on, because I think it was a time where she was calling him a deadbeat.
For sure.
Wanting getting his child, and then apparently, I'm not sure, I believe it's his son, where Remy Ma is saying that basically Papoose is not in his life because he's not big on his sexuality.
What you mean?
I think he
Son
is
gay?
I think his son gay, or have made, you know, references to possibly being gay, and Papoose, she's claiming that Papoose kind of like disregarded him and not really.
It's a tough situation.
Why is it so tough?
Well, I mean, the whole situation, to me, before we get to that, it's just like, man, how we go from, bro, listen, they've been together almost 20-some years. You know what I mean? And he held her down for how many years? I think 6 years she was locked up.
Yeah.
And I get it. Things fail, it don't work. But how do we get to the point where we...
Shaming each other.
After 20 years I've been with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't figure it out. We can't figure it out in private, right? Why we gotta take it to the internet? Because listen, think about it. They're not young. He 47, she 44. So you trying to tell me we can't be mature enough? We all been in relationships and it didn't go well, right? So it's just like, would you ever see yourself doing some shit like that?
No, man. I mean, and that's what I pray that, you know, being involved in a relationship never into where, you know, I'm throwing salt on your name, you throwing salt on my name. And that's not even with, you know, relationships as far as marriages or, you
Right.
know, being involved in a relationship with the opposite sex. But I'm just talking about just even friendships. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like me, you know, us falling off and me telling you deepest secrets or, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, you know, the character of somebody to do that, man, I think
Yeah.
it and I understand hurt people hurt people.
A
So, you
fact.
know, at the time, you know, Remy Ma was hurt. It tends to happen where a lot of females do it, you know, just if a man shitted on them. And I think we spoke about it in the episode when it came down to co-parents and
Okay.
how, you know, you want to hurt him as much as he hurts you or vice
Absolutely.
versa. And
Absolutely.
I think that's just what we're seeing right now. But I feel like, you know, it has to be something that's going on further
Yeah.
because both of y'all, you know, at one point loved each other. Now y'all throwing salt on each other's name.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a social media thing where, you know, it's just like I got to get my get back, or do y'all really truly like still love each other? That's why y'all give two shits about what the other is saying.
I mean, it can be that, or I just think that expose. I want to expose them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they may say everybody think this person is this way, but they actually not that way. This is how they actually is, right? So it could be you paint this image on social media to be one thing, and whole another time you something else, right? But my thing is too is
That's 80% of people.
yeah, well, my thing is to me it just shows a lack of being mature in your emotions, right? How you display those things. And at the same time, it's just like, how do we go from being my wife to I hate everything about you? You was a broke ass nigga. You don't take care of your kids. You was a whore. You can't close your legs. I mean, what you just found that out?
Yeah.
What you just knew?
So the question is now how it makes you look. So you knew she was a
Yeah.
whore. She kept had her legs open. You
Yeah.
still accepted that, and you knew that, you know, you felt
Yeah,
like you knew he was
yeah.
a deadbeat
For sure.
as a father, but you still was okay with him when he was around.
But the question is, like, when did he become one? Just now, or he
Yeah.
been that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like y'all putting on a show for everybody else to laugh at you, but y'all two gotta deal with the pain.
Well, he couldn't have been too much of a deadbeat when it comes down to it because she was arrested for 6 years. So where was the child at?
Who paid the bills? She was saying she paid the bill while she was locked up.
Which could be the case. She
don't
had a
know.
couple dollars.
But how you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, but did she really have some money?
I mean, if Fat Joe was in her corner, yeah, because Fat Joe got a lot of love for Remy Ma. That's little sister him.
So what that
So he
mean?
gonna make sure the family good.
Okay.
And I mean, I heard Papoose, he make good decisions with his money, from what I know. So he could have been holding the family down as well.
Listen, she loved the man for a reason, right?
It should never get to that point.
Nah, bro.
It should
I
never
mean,
get
we
to
should
that
be able to coexist without coexisting in the same space, right? You can be you over there, I'm over here. If you moved on with a battle rapper, I moved on with a boxer. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So,
Who you think will win out of Shields and Remy Ma in a fight?
what is this, a joke?
I mean, the street fight,
is
guns
a joke.
included. Guns included.
Listen, most niggas ain't fucking with Clarissa Shields.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
So she fuck you. What you think she do to you?
Same thing she'll do to you.
I won't get in there with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Would you fight her?
I'm running.
Yeah. But hopefully they figure it out. The
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
getting too messy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's kind of bounced back to when we had the conversation. I was saying to you that we're in this space where everything's about negativity, and they continue to add on top of it.
And
You know what I mean?
people are appreciating it more than the positive.
Yeah, wow, it's like they love it. It's like that shit gets them aroused or something. You know what I'm
Sometimes,
saying?
I mean, because I feel like it's so much going on that sometimes people can haul in on the negative and add more negative to the negative. But with positive, it's hard for you to add more positive on with the positive or add negative onto the positive. So, you know, it is what it is.
What the hell you just said? What?
I mean, I'm just speaking of when people see things negative, they keep on pushing negative out, and everybody gonna keep on entertaining it.
Right.
But when you put something positive out and you try to speak negative on it, you'll get something. You know, they'll try to shame it, but at the same time, it was positive.
Right.
So that's all it is.
Okay.
But when it comes down to that, I kind of got joked this week.
About what?
On I got a phone call So apparently, it's this thing going on.
Oh
I guess
yeah,
TikTok.
yeah.
When it comes down to men saying goodnight to other men.
For sure.
So, needless to say, I kind of, fell victim to it where one of my guys, shout out to Jay Scott, him and his wife made a phone call to me, which I didn't know. And Scotty called me and he's like, basically the game was going on. I think the Knicks and Pacers was in there game 2
Right.
or game 3.
Right.
It was Sunday. And the Knicks was losing pretty bad. So me and Jay Scott on the phone, and Jay Scott, we talked about the game, and so we got off the phone because we at that point we felt like the Knicks was gone. The Knicks was done. They was gonna lose. All my FanDuel bets was done. It was crazy. Sure enough, they had a comeback.
Yeah.
Jay Scott called me. I'm thinking, he called me to talk about the comeback.
Right.
He called me telling me he wanted to tell me good night.
Okay.
So when he first said it, I'm like,
But how did he say it though?
well, he was like, hey, bro, nah, I was just calling you back or whatever. And I was like,
Yeah.
yo, the game. And he's like, yeah, well, I was just calling you back, to tell you good night.
Right.
I'm like, good night? Man, get off my fucking phone. I hung up on him. So that's how the initial thing went. So then he called back, and we're going to try to get it in. Maybe we could, play it back on.
Hey, no, bro, we just got disconnected, bro. I was just calling you to tell you good night, though, bro. No, we ain't get disconnected. I hung up on your bitch ass. Dang. Fuck is wrong with you, man? No, what's wrong, bro? I was just calling you to tell you good night. No, that shit ain't cool, Jack. Don't tell me to fuck good night. Tell your wife good night. What's wrong with you? You my brother. You my brother, dog. What? You sound crazy. No, niggas don't tell niggas good night. You got a problem, Jack. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, Jack. You need to fix that shit. Fucking call me and tell me good night. I'm thinking you call and talk about the fucking game. You want to fucking tell me good night? No, nigga, ain't no good night. Fuck is wrong with you? Bro, it's like, so what's wrong with me calling you, tell you good night, bro? Hey, yo, it's just the way you carry it. Yo. It just don't sound right, man. You telling me good night, man. You got a problem, man. You don't tell no man good night, man. What's wrong? Fuck you laughing for? All right, bro. Good night, bro.
As we talk about it, but basically he called back his wife in the background. At this time, I'm not knowing that this TikTok thing is going on. So he then says, man, what happened or whatever. He's like, I think the phone got disconnected. I'm like, nah, the fucking phone didn't get disconnected. I hung up on your bitch ass. God, so because he caught me at a moment, I actually was driving home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, why are you calling me to say goodnight? Tell your wife goodnight.
Yeah.
So it just went to this whole shebang or whatever where, I was going back and forth with him like, yo, you need to fix yourself. Like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
And so kind of find out it was a thing. They recorded me in the whole nine. So it was a good laugh. But I think, man, you talked about it. I called you right after.
Which I knew already, though.
Which you already knew.
Yeah, I knew.
I tried to do the same thing, but you even asked me the next day, like, yo, what's the problem with it?
But that's going to tie the topic of the day, right?
Yeah.
The topic of the day is what? I feel that we're going to touch on male masculinity, right? And when it becomes too much.
When it comes too much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, listen, it's okay, right? I think we got this version what a man should be, and certain things we just can't cross the line.
Yeah.
But go ahead, I'm listening.
And that was one of them. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, him saying goodnight to me just made me feel a certain way. And I think it was like, it was given the gesture he was making, but it was more so the way he said it. Like, man, I'm just telling you good night. So I guess with me, it was more so if I be, me and you on the phone, I'm like, all right, Kane, good night.
Yeah.
It's a different way of saying it versus just saying, yeah, I'm just calling you to say good night. Like, what?
So you saying it's questionable? It's questionable.
It's questionable for me, just because I'm not used to a man telling me good night.
So let me ask you two things. We're going to talk. Okay, cool. Two things, right? Two questions, right? The first question is, does love make you uncomfortable?
At times, yeah.
Okay.
Saying I love you make me uncomfortable.
Okay. Does affection make you uncomfortable?
At times, yes.
But why?
Affection to me. Man, you gotta understand.
Go ahead.
Shout out to the parents, but you know, we wasn't as affectionate coming up in my household.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, my mother was so tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? She had thick skin. And you know, Pops was more so laid back or whatever, but when it came down to being affectionate and I love you and things of that such, it just didn't go. It wasn't fluent in my house.
Okay.
So I used to hear, for instance, my aunt and her two kids, they used to be real big on saying, you know, I love you.
Yeah.
In reference to my grandmother as well. They used to be so big on saying I love you.
Right.
But in my household, it just wasn't fluent. I think my mother way of telling us she loved us was when we was leaving out the door, she would say, "Be careful." So her be careful was I love you. You know what I mean? It wasn't just, you know, I love you. But now, as I got older, my parents tell me they love me more than anything.
Right.
And sometimes it'd be like, ugh.
So
Like, why you say that?
is it appreciated now or it's not appreciated?
It's appreciated now that I'm older.
Yeah.
And I think it's appreciated because now it is going. I'm glad I've been more affectionate when it comes down to my kids.
Okay.
Because it kind of starting out into fatherhood, I really wasn't. I was always that stern parent where I love my kids, but I ain't really love on them like I should have. Right? You know, hugs and kisses and everything. I kind of like restrained from that. It was just like, you know, certain things like, you know, daughter sitting on your lap and all that. Nah, you know, you know what I mean? So it was one of those type things. And I think it's just because that's just how I was raised. You know what I mean? No, you know, little girl should sit on a man's lap, or, you know, as far as your son, all that hugging, kissing and everything, that shouldn't be done. So now I feel like I'm learning that kids need love. Kids want that affection.
Right.
You know, but it was just hard for me to even express how much I love my kids. Right. So now it's fluent now. You know what I mean? I love you. Yeah. When I drop Jake off, get him out the car, I love you. Drop the other, you know, kids off or whatever. I love y'all. But, you know, at first it was just like, ugh, like it was a little, it was like, yucky.
What did that mean,
or even in relationships.
What does that mean?
It was just like, oh my God, y'all said that? Like, it just was a weird feeling. It was a weird feeling. And relationships, you get what I'm saying? It's hard for me to be as affectionate or
Even now?
Yeah, even, I mean, in some ways, yeah, it's hard for me to be as an affectionate. I think I'm more affectionate now than what I was ever before. Because
so not to cut you off, what does a showing affection look like to you?
showing affection is, you know, hugs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Kisses.
Okay.
You know, just touchy feely, rubbing, cuddling, things of that such.
Do you cuddle?
Now more often than you. I mean, now I would, but the cuddling, after a while, I'm a little different when it come down to the cuddling. I'm like, listen, I don't want to be breathing all up on you. I want to give you your space.
And when y'all cuddling and everything, are you big spoon or little spoon?
Fuck you think?
Definitely little spoon.
I'm definitely big spoon.
Oh, you ever the little spoon?
Never. I don't even like. Listen, when I'm and if I'm laying in the bed, I don't like turning over. Where two things, I don't like my ass turned around and you cuddling me. I don't like that, and I don't like me turning the other way and you turning the other way and my ass touching yours.
I play little spoon.
Woo!
At time, for sure.
I'm sure you would.
What?
That's crazy.
For sure.
For real, Lord. So
1,000%.
So I mean, what feeling that give you?
A sense of comfort. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
that's great. That's dope though.
Your next episode, we're gonna tap into childhood traumas. But listen, since when I was a child, bro, I used to sleep with my dad. You know what I'm saying? My mind wasn't really full of that shit like that. But my dad, I would go in there and I would go and sleep in the bed, and I would have the saying, "Daddy, hold me." You know what I'm saying? And he would coddle me. Yeah. So when I got older, that's what I yearn for in a woman too. Like I look, slide my big dumb ass over there on her side, and baby hold me. Motherfucker right. Absolutely.
Hey man, that's funny. I just imagine your big ass.
Yeah.
Ass all out, having your lady hold you.
Ass cheeks out naked. Baby hold me. Yeah. Man, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing about it's a sense of comfort. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
It's a sense of comfort. You know what I mean? I don't look at it in that way. For me, that's what I know. And vice versa, I do the same thing. You know, but it gets me. I don't like to be in the bed and not touch each other.
Okay.
Now we ain't gotta do it all night. I mean, I don't want to touch toes, but we ain't gotta touch all night. It's a sense of we meet in the middle, or we meet somewhere, catch a moment, and then slowly throughout the night you're going to depart.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because niggas gonna get hot. We gonna
Yeah,
get hot. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But nah, for sure. I
Wow.
enjoy being I enjoy being
Wow.
Lil Spoon.
Well, yeah.
for
I mean,
sure.
like I said, when it comes down to it, I'm just, weird, and it's things that needs to be done. I mean, obviously it comes with therapy and everything, but even telling, you know, telling someone I love them, you know what I mean? Like it just sound weird coming out of my mouth, and it's not because I don't love them. It just a sense of, man, poke your chest out. For years it's been like, yo, poke your chest out. Like, be a man's, be masculine.
Be different. That's what it said on the shirt.
Built different.
Oh, built different. I'm sorry. You built different.
Can't read.
I couldn't see it.
That's not
It was
Walmart
so much
education.
going on over there.
Yeah. But I mean, even with earrings, man, and
Nah,
it's
I ain't with no
crazy.
earrings.
Listen, we was in the dental office today with the kids, and I'm real big on women with earrings, right? Like it's just a thing. I don't know if it's my mom, but a woman without earrings on, I
Right.
hate it. I hate when a woman
It
don't
makes me
have
look
earrings
naked.
in.
It makes me look naked.
Yeah, right. So,
for sure.
I always been that way.
Right.
Everybody, a lot of people that know me know that I'm real big on earrings. So when I see my daughters without earrings on, it does something to me.
Okay.
And of course they'll hold, well, my ears hurt, Dad, or I forgot my earrings, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get you some earrings. So we was in the dental office, and my daughters, one of them that had earrings on. I was like, where your earrings? And she was like, oh, I lost it. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll buy you some more, because every a female should have earrings on. So it's funny. My son was sitting next to her, and I remember about 5 or 6 years ago. He probably was like 6 or 7. He was living in North Carolina, and he got earrings. His mom got his ears pierced.
Right.
And man, I remember me going off, and it was probably overboard. Oh, and she probably listened to this now and be like, yo, you was over the top. I was over the top. I was like, why did you get him earrings? Like, my son don't never need earrings. But I was just reacting from when I remember when I wanted earrings. And I mentioned, it was one of my friends at elementary school, Michael. He had earrings. His mother let him get earrings, and he came back to school. We probably was in the 4th grade, and he had earrings. Me and him was light skinned, and I'm like, I want earrings. So I pointed it out. I think I said something to my mom, but I know I said something to my father. And my father went off on me. No man should have earrings. That's for the gay. You having earrings, man. His father told him the same thing. So therefore, me having earrings was like, yo, no, you cannot have earrings. So it's crazy because it went down to my son. His mother actually got his ears pierced, both of them. And I remember her bringing him to my house. And he had them earrings in. I think he just got them done. And I went off. And I'm like, I want him out. Take him out now. I don't want him to have these earrings in. And from then on, I know if I bring my son on, my son can tell you how that made him feel. And so today, we're in the dental office, and I said to my son, he still have the look of the piercing, but it's closed. So I asked him, so my daughters was joking, they like, oh yeah, remember you want an earring? And he like, no, I don't want no earrings. Like, it did something to him because I reacted so crazy. And it's crazy. We talk about childhood trauma, but we see how certain things that we experience can trickle down to our kids. And so now, and I even said to him today, I'm like, hey man, I was like, I remember when I went off about you having earrings. If you want earrings, you can have earrings. That was just, but he like, no, I don't want no earrings. But it was just me without apologizing, but me saying like,
Why you
listen,
ain't apologize?
I'm okay.
Because you pretty much saying you get your son PTSD. So I'm trying to figure out why you ain't apologize.
I mean, I guess where I was, my reassurance to him was saying, man, listen, if you want earrings, you get earrings.
I think that's the whole thing, is trying to figure out when he always say breaking down generational curses. You know what I'm saying? Like not knowing that, once again, your pop or his pops and your pops, that shit just went down the line. You know what I'm saying? Like it just went down the line. What there is, to me personally, there is no perfect definition of what a man should be as far as masculinity. It's whatever you think it is, right? For you, whatever the case may be. Because you may say having earrings is questionable, but is it though? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. It's whatever your personal self, whatever you think it is. Like, This thing as we get older, and I know one time two things.
I know what you about to bring up.
What? Go ahead.
Well, with the discussion we had as far as men using the bathroom.
I'll get to that through the next.
Okay, okay.
That was on my mind. But one of the things was when we was younger. And then the amount of affection I showed. You know what I'm saying, Twan? You was on my ass.
Yep.
You was on my ass. Pause. But you was.
Yeah.
You
You
couldn't understand it.
I couldn't understand because
Yeah.
you was so boo boo. You would call Lil Twan boo boo.
Okay.
So you boo boo this and boo boo
Yeah.
that, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
that's a boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you don't call him
That's the
boo
boy,
boo.
David.
So I really
Yeah.
used to be like, yo, why
Yeah.
you so like
Yeah.
used to be so kissy and huggy with him?
I came from that. You know,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
dad
yeah.
was an affectionate person. You know what I mean? Mom too, but more my dad. You know what I'm saying? He was an affectionate guy.
My parents wasn't as affectionate. I think my parents now. So my parents after me, my sister, my brother. My parents is now adopted other kids, and I would say now I see some type of affection. Still not there, but I still see some. My mother is just so hard.
Like you.
She just so hard, yeah. And so my dad, he just so laid back. Where her being so hard and him being so laid back, it doesn't balance the two of that affectionate that you will want.
Right.
So now, like I said, now that I'm older, I can understand, them saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Yeah.
But prior to then, if they would have said it, I don't know if I would have received it because it took so much of them not saying it to where now them saying it, I'm learning to receive it, but at one point,
So
it
how do
wasn't
you
received.
get comfortable when it makes you uncomfortable? Because you said that it makes you uncomfortable. At times, it makes you uncomfortable. Love and showing affection or being it makes you uncomfortable at times.
Well, I think me saying it back made me feel more uncomfortable than someone saying it to me.
Yeah.
So me saying I love you back was like weird of me. That was where I felt uncomfortable. So if somebody said it to me, I'm like, and then I would say it back, and it I felt like it would come out so fake.
Yeah.
Right. It wouldn't come out like man, I love you. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you show your friends affection? Or do you?
At times I feel like I do. I feel like I tell my friends I love them.
Okay.
I feel like I tell my friends I love them.
Yeah.
More so in conversation though.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So not just theoretically hey, I love you, or getting off a certain conversation or a tough conversation, or when I feel like it's the right time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like you meeting that girl and you ready to tell her you love her.
Okay.
It's one of those things. Well, because
What?
you're not just gonna off the back say I love you.
Why not?
And the thing about it is, I always say, like, when it comes down to my significant other, when we get off the phone, I don't always say I love you.
Wow.
She don't always say she love me.
So what you
So
need
it was
her to
at
do-
one
what you
time.
need her
It
to
was
do
at one
first?
time I was on the phone with her, and I was on the phone with her, and one of my coworkers was right there listening to our conversation, and she said it. She said, "Y'all don't sound like y'all together." She was like, "Y'all sound like y'all homeboy, homegirl, or y'all sound like y'all roommates or something." And when she said that, I had to take a step back, like, damn, So again, me working on me being affectionate, it has a lot to do with me feeling less of a man. It's crazy.
What
Like,
defines your manhood, champ? Since you won, I'm just curious.
being macho.
But you're not though.
I'm not macho,
soft,
but
I'm confused.
but just being what defines my manhood is me being able to be a provider, me being able to stand up for something that I really feel I should stand up for, or standing up for someone that I feel like I should stand up for. So I
they
think
gotta
it's
do
just
with your
me
wife?
being that
I mean,
protector. Sometimes it's just me being a protector. That's what I think defines my manhood at times. Me being able to step in, be a problem solver, being a protector and everything. I think that's what defines my manhood. Like,
That make you macho.
that makes me macho. That makes me feel like yo, I'm a man.
So
I'm a warrior.
okay. So too much emotion make you not a warrior.
Well, I felt like too much emotion. I used to feel like too much emotion make me weak.
Can we be balanced of both?
It could be a balance. Now I'm learning to be balanced.
Yeah,
I'm learning to be is okay
Yeah.
with crying. But yo, I mean, I think it was a few times people were like, yo, I never saw you cry before.
I think there's a level of strength and vulnerability. I think vulnerability makes you strong. I mean, that means that you're in tune with who you are as a person. Right? That means like Carlos is so many different versions of him. You got the aggressive, emotion, the father, the significant other. You got so many different directions. You're not one thing. You know what I mean? So I think that understand that we can be so diverse, right? You could be Little Spoon, shit, nigga. You could be Big Spoon. You know what I mean?
I ain't never
I
conceived
mean,
of
well,
that.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's just me. I'm just never conceiving to being Lil Spoon. But I mean, I think is so many people have taken advantage of people's vulnerability. I think it's hard for me to be so vulnerable. I could be vulnerable in my own way or to
Yeah.
people that I really
Mm.
feel like they'll receive my vulnerability. But I won't be vulnerable to just everybody.
But
Everybody don't deserve your
I
vulnerability.
didn't say be stupid.
Okay, I mean because you speaking about the balance of it all.
We speaking
It's
about
hard for me to.
yeah, but our whole conversation was about people that was important. We said the kids. You said
Oh yeah.
significant other.
Yep,
These are
yep.
these your mother, your father. These we talking about people that's important. We're not
Yeah.
talking about going here and be, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Nah, I'm not saying be stupid. I'm saying we be one of the things you said in our last podcast, one thing we have a problem with is being present. So being present when it's time to be emotional, let's be present, right? So when you feel that, like even I give a problem with that, we have me and you, we have a way of expressing how we feel through fighting. That's just like a thing. It's not really necessarily that I get it. I know what it is.
You know
that nigga
something
missing.
going on.
Yeah, that nigga missing. He want to fight. Yeah, I got it.
Or it's just like you ever been in an uncomfortable situation, and maybe maybe I'm getting a little off top, but you ever been in an uncomfortable situation to where your significant other or someone that you're close to are crying, and you don't know how to receive it.
What you mean?
Right. So me right now, I just break down crying. What would you do?
Figure out why.
Okay, but how would you make me? I mean, what would be your initial reaction?
I would think like this nigga weird. What's going on?
Okay.
Only because it's only because I would think you joking.
Okay.
That's what you're
So
joking.
your significant other cry. How you taking care of that?
I'm gonna console her.
Okay. It was hard for me to do that in a lot of ways. It was hard for me to. Sometimes I used to just sit there and like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to react on how I'm supposed to do. Now, if you fucking start yelling at me, my reaction, who the fuck you talking to?
But here's the thing I will say though, I think in times like that, sometimes we don't always have to do something. We can just be present.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the person need comfort.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
being there, it's a comfort, right? Sometimes we don't have all the answers. So we're gonna make some shit up, but I guess we figure out what the problem is. Some things we just can't fix, right? But let's just be present and we can deal with this problem together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, I'm loving where I am. Yeah, I know my man Jay Scott triggered me a little bit when he was speaking about the good night. But I do love
triggered it?
Well, when I say triggered it, how I went
okay.
off. But what I'm saying is I love where I am to becoming,
Yeah.
being okay with the emotions and showing, your guy some love and the whole nine and not thinking everything is weird. I'm getting into that place. I'm getting into that space.
Yeah.
It's a long road, ahead, but it's a long road.
motherfucking
But
road.
I'm getting into that space because I understand that the good thing about it is acknowledging where it's not yet there, but at the same time, when I get there, and a lot of times I express myself. We done had a lot of talks, when we have spades night at the crib,
For sure.
and all us sitting at the table, me, you, Craig, Ern, Lil B, we sitting at the table, and we're actually, sitting there and we're opening up to each other.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And being vulnerable as men.
Yeah.
So that's a good feeling, and I'm learning it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, guys, we need another spades night coming soon.
For sure. But I think that, listen, I think us men need a space that we can feel vulnerable. You know what I mean? Because it's not, it's gonna be all bottled up. You know what I mean? Like we need to feel like, as I always say, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be, if you are a warrior, or if you are macho, you macho. Nothing's gonna change that. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else is gonna change that. But I think that, why you laugh?
I'm just thinking of Reed, my man Kareem.
What happened?
Because Kareem, me and him talked the other day. And
He macho too.
He macho.
Yeah.
Kareem is macho,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kareem.
Yeah.
I know he gonna be watching this.
Yeah. Yep.
But Kareem is macho,
Yo.
Jack.
But here's the thing.
He is macho, and I love it though.
Well, here's the thing though. He macho to us.
Yeah.
We don't know how he is at home.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I don't know if he gonna let his wife spoon him though.
he probably undercover a little smooth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you never know. You know what I'm saying? But I think that being fully aware of who you are, being in tune with who you are, bro. I don't. To me, enough a good question. You know who you are once you understand that purpose. But let's get to what we wanted to talk about,
Go ahead.
right? There was another thing you was questioning,
Yeah, let's
right?
get to it.
What do a man? Okay, what do a man do when he go to the bathroom? When he at the stall? Do he shake? Do he tap? Go ahead. Explain to the people, the viewers, what that means. Cause we had a debate, me, you, and Gerald. We had a debate about that. Go ahead.
So
And y'all clown me again. Go ahead.
So years ago we had this debate where Twan is just a different type breed, and he asked me and my man Gerald, when we use the bathroom as men, you know what I mean, are we shaking or are we using tissue to tap your penis? And at that time, I know for a fact, me and Gerald said that we clowned him.
For sure.
Man, we not tapping, we not taking tissue to tap nothing.
Yeah.
We shaking and we putting it back in.
Yeah.
So now, as we got
Many years later.
probably about 10 years later,
yeah, for sure.
Twan asked this same question maybe probably about 2 months ago. And it was a big debate because we were asking people, our significant others and everything, to not only us as men being able to shake or tap, but also as a woman, what would your man do, or what would you prefer your man to do?
Okay.
And some women, I could say, was like, yo, I'm cool with them shaking.
Yeah.
And would you suck his penis?
Why you call him the penis? Like, it's a dick.
Okay, would you suck it if you known that he just shook it instead of tapping it?
Okay.
And I mean, some women said,
well, no. That happened too. But Big Gerald was like, yo, I had a situation.
He started tapping now.
When he said, yo, I was trying to get some, and that's just my dick cheese. That shit stink. He said, yeah, I understood. You know what I'm saying? So the concept was like, you was like, yo, I shake. I ain't doing no tapping. That shit gay as shit. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you got to do that, because if not, you're going to have your drawers is going to stink, but you're going to smell like piss. What you say? And then we had the conversation.
Fuck it.
You was like, yo, listen, I mean, ask people, women, would you still go down on your man after he came from the bathroom?
A lot of women said no.
A lot of people say no.
But some women say yes.
Some women say no.
Yeah.
Some women say yes. And I'm like, yo, that shit nasty.
Hey yo,
because you wouldn't go down on a woman after she came from the bathroom from pissing.
That's not true.
Well, you would.
Yeah, that's not true.
So you a pisser. So you didn't.
I mean, yo, because if I feel like that person wiped themselves the proper way, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
What's the proper way?
Oh, what's the difference from you wanting your woman to come home after she been at work all day and she been wiping herself? She haven't been using a washcloth. It's the same difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I would necessarily want that. It depends what you do for a living. Okay, now if your woman do construction, you know what I'm saying?
Them Jane.
You don't have to call that. But if you know your woman at the desk all day, she ain't really moving.
But she pissing.
Cool. The question is she wiping it with a wipe or toilet paper?
You ever went down on a woman? You went to eat it and a piece of the tissue was still on the vagina?
Nah, big, go ahead. Nah. Not that I can remember. I don't think you did.
No comment.
So what you do?
Kept on. Look.
You picked it up. Look at that way.
But to answer the question, we had that again, and
it has something to do with masculinity.
Yeah, and I'm still not. I'm 50-50 with it. I'm not, because this is how I feel, and this is my logic. Put my penis back in my pants.
Even if the penis,
okay,
man?
even if I'm shaking, because this is the proper way to say it. Even if I'm shaking,
it sounds little. What's up?
Sometimes the way your penis is just hanging.
This nigga is crazy.
The way your penis hanging, how do you know that the piss is still not going to drip out? You can't sit here and tell me that you sitting there tapping for 10 minutes. You tapping it is not going to get the tissue out. Now, if you say I'm wiping off my penis so it wouldn't smell, I get it. But for you to say because you tapping it, that no more
Hey, yo, why
liquid
you
gonna come
doing
out.
that, yo? Why the fuck are you doing that?
I'm sorry, but you get what I'm saying? I think it's still gonna leak out in some way.
Hey, yo, you making this conversation uncomfortable, man. Hey, yo, you tapping this thing, yo. What are you doing?
Because I'm just trying to show the audience that if you are tapping the penis,
Why you keep calling this the penis?
it's the proper way to call it.
Oh, yeah,
If
go
you're
ahead, yo.
tapping it, how long you gotta sit there? Yo, listen, and for us men, if you are using the urinal,
Yeah.
there's no tissue next to the urinal.
Oh, that's why you grab the tissue before you get to the urinal.
So you telling me at the Raven Stadium, when we at the Raven Stadium, and those lines long as shit, and it's guys in the stalls. Listen, it's guys in the stalls and it's guys at the urinals. You mean to tell me you gonna not? Hey, can I get some tissue out of the bathroom? Or you gonna take a napkin in there with you? That's bullshit.
No,
I call cap.
You want me? I'm gonna answer the question.
Go ahead.
Every scenario may not. Yo, and that's,
You said every time, chat.
Can I? You asked me a question. In that scenario, probably not. You probably can't tap nothing. You can't. Unfortunately, you can't. For the most part, there are 10% chance you may not. Depends on what the scenario is. Oh, stop. Oh, stop. And there's most of the time you probably are. That's one situation where you're not gonna be able to do that. So what you trying to tell me? All you do? How many times the person supposed to shake it off to put it in the drawer? How many shakes?
I mean, it don't matter.
It's like that.
You don't see as many shakes as it take where you won't see
So
no
do
drips.
your drawers ever somebody piss?
I don't know. I don't smell my drawers.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like I don't take my drawers off and smell them,
Okay.
so I wouldn't know.
You can smell urine.
No, call it what you want. I never smelled my drawers. So another thing I'm saying, even my man Jay Scott, he said now he find himself as we get older because he said when you, as a man, you use the bathroom, you are peeing directly in the toilet. Urine is bouncing in different places and you can't see it.
Okay.
So he was telling me that sometimes now I think he said, "Yo, here, sit down and use the bathroom just so that won't happen."
What? What you mean?
When he pee.
Like if he taking the shit?
As if he taking the shit. He said because the pee, and I get it. He said because there's been times where if they clean in the bathroom, the area of where the toilet is, you'll see like pee stains in different places because it's bouncing off, the water that's inside the toilet. And I respect it. I understand it. I get why he's doing that.
So you sit down now?
No, I don't sit down. Nope. I got somebody that clean every 2 weeks, so she'll get it. Shit.
You talking about at home?
Yeah, I'm talking about at home.
Oh, you talking about at home?
Yeah, at home. Yeah.
Okay, you talking about at home? Oh, okay.
So you do that?
No. Some people I'm not saying I did that. Some people for men may take a knee that way and go directly into the bowl. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Instead of sitting down.
That must be a low ass toilet. Or you a tall ass dude.
What you mean?
So you taking the knee to piss in the toilet? Okay, I got you. Okay, I get it.
Toilet's not that high.
Some toilets are.
Okay. All right. Like I ain't trying to spend.
So you going to take a knee when you at the public bathroom? You taking the knee?
I'm definitely not doing no cap. I ain't saying I'm doing that. I'm just saying, I'm not sitting down either.
Standing up around. Standing.
All I'm saying to you is it doesn't make you less masculine because that was the whole debate.
Okay.
Because you said that shit was suspect, right? That was your thing, right?
I just felt like the tissue is for the woman. Now we're gonna have to get more tissue because not only am I wiping my ass with the tissue, but I'm tapping my penis with it. That's crazy. I mean, it's just crazy to me. If you want to do anything, take a wipe. I work at a desk. I'm more so at the desk than anything. I have men wipes. I had men wipes to wipe off my penis, or if I take a shit to wipe my ass.
But you're not using the wipes to wipe your penis off.
I do. I take the wipes. Yeah. I take the wipes to the bathroom every time I go use the bathroom.
To take a pee.
To take a piss.
It's the same fucking thing, Los.
Now, listen, I'm telling you now. But if
I'm
going to the urinal, I'm just shaking and keep it moving.
So when do you wipe? So when do you do that?
Throughout the day, because more than likely I'm taking the shit and throughout my day of work, I'm at comfortable. I find bathrooms and shit. So I find bathrooms, secret bathrooms. I go take my shits. I can't. For some reason, my bowels just won't let me hold up until I get home. So throughout the day, I'm using that wipe anyway to wipe my ass. So I wipe my ass and I wipe my penis at that time.
I think you was raised by gorillas. I'm being honest. I think you was raised by baboons. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you.
Hey, yo, listen.
Yo, because I got another thing too.
Lotion.
No.
What? Because you said it the other day.
No, I'm going to say that too. Would you take a shit in front of your girl?
Nah, yo. Yo.
No, look at this
Hey,
shit.
yo, when I was a kid,
Hey,
quick story. I
Yo,
used
you
to
think
hide.
about aliens, yo.
I used to hide. After I take a shit, I used to hide in the closet somewhere.
Why? Cause you had Duke
I
in your drawer?
no, I just ain't want no. I needed that space to myself
Yeah.
to get my mind right. So I used to hide.
So do you hide there?
Now I don't hide now,
So you
but
show-
I ain't taking the shit with nobody in the house. I mean, I'm taking this shit. All right, so say if my lady upstairs, I'm not gonna take a shit upstairs in the bathroom. More than likely, I take a shit downstairs
Wow.
because I wouldn't want her to have to smell it. That shit different.
Hey, yo, that's
But
crazy.
so
yo.
you sitting there, and so you one of them types. Your wife in the tub or taking a shower, you taking the shit right there.
Door wide open?
That's funky as shit,
Don't give
yo.
a fuck.
That's funky. It's a level of
So
respect.
let me get this straight. So when you in the bed with your lady, you got past gas, you gonna get up and leave out?
No, I passed.
So what the
gas.
fuck is the difference then?
No, yo, it's just a little different because when I pass gas,
It's still
I ease it
coming
out,
out.
to the left until I hear, ew. You did that?
Yo, I know one time.
No, listen.
No. Listen. I know one time Gerald said he farted and put the covers on.
That's something he would do.
He said he put the covers on the head.
Yeah, that's something
What the
he
hell
would
is
do.
he, yo?
But yeah, so I'm just a little
Yo.
particular. But nah, I ain't taking.
Yeah.
If I don't have to, why take a shit? And don't talk to me while I'm taking this shit. But I'll be on the phone while I'm taking the shit. But don't talk. But don't talk to me. If I see you in person, don't talk to me while I'm taking the shit. But I'll be on the phone talking to somebody while I'm taking the shit
Why? Because they can't see you.
because they can't see me.
Yeah, bro, you was raised by bones, bro. Hey, yo,
Yeah,
listen,
just a little different.
yo, extremely
Even
different.
when we talked about the lotioning ourselves,
Hey, yo, ho. Go ahead.
my mother was real big on baby lotion, right? So
What?
yeah, Baby Johnson lotion.
Go ahead. Go
Yo,
ahead.
I think we used Baby Johnson lotion in the pink bottle. We used that up until we probably was like
I think
14,
everybody
15.
used that shit, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Cool.
And the powder all over the neck. But that's another story. But yeah, so
And they
when
put
it
power down there too.
yep.
Okay,
mhm.
okay.
So when it came down to the lotion aspect of it, I don't know if I just got so lazy. And yo, I felt like since I was light skinned, I don't get ashy. So I ain't thinking until I start getting older and start having dry skin issues. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just throw my jeans on. I ain't putting no lotion on. Maybe what's visible to everybody else. So my arms and the whole nine, I'm putting lotion on. But when it came out of my pants, you can't see under my pants, so I ain't putting lotion on. Only if it was a day I'm wearing shorts. That's how I was. Now that I'm older, nigga, if I miss a day, I don't miss days because I'm moisturizing my skin. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah,
Hey, yo,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
But as a kid,
and I put cologne on too.
I put cologne on every day.
Yeah.
If I don't put cologne on, that ain't no good day for me.
Even after the shower.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
cool,
I put cologne on all
So
the
you
time.
put cologne on, no lotion.
I used to put cologne on all lotion.
What?
But I
What
don't
you
put
say?
I didn't put my cologne all on down
No,
here.
I got you. I'm
I
saying,
put
but
my
you would-
cologne here, headed here. I'm on
I'm saying,
top
but you
body.
would put cologne on, but no lotion.
I used to. Yeah.
Okay. But here's the thing: these are all learned behaviors
Learned
that we
behavior.
just breaking the cycle.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's okay to be in tune with who you are. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
no
So,
doubt.
because you just went off on a whole. You just went off, bro. Like you was tapping the motherfucker, all type of shit.
Alright,
You
yo.
know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
but people will understand. But listen, I want y'all to give us y'all input on how
Yeah.
y'all feel about,
For sure. Fellas, what you think defines masculinity for
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
right?
no doubt.
And ladies, how do you feel about your man having some traits that you may not agree with? The tapping or whatever the case may be. Tell me what you think in the comments.
That spoon and shit. That's crazy to me. How many men is cool with, what'd you say, Lil Spoon?
Little small, big one.
That's crazy.
For
Like,
sure.
yo, this is my first time hearing this.
Yeah.
Yo, listen,
Yeah,
we ain't
I like
spooning,
my
son.
woman to hold me. Absolutely. What's wrong with you?
Ain't nothing wrong. But listen, let's.
Yo, so your wife can't hold you?
No. What
Wife
you
hold
holding me
me.
for?
Baby, hold me. I'm
What you
cold.
holding me for?
I'm cold.
I don't give a fuck if I'm cold or not. That's what a blanket is for.
Okay.
You can put your body heat on me, but don't fucking don't.
So she can't put her arm on you.
Yeah, you can put your arm on me.
Okay.
And you can put your leg on me to a certain extent. I feel
So
I
I'm
feel like I'm
confused. So
getting held
hold.
down.
You, this is you from the front. She from the back. She put her arm on. She can't hold you.
That ain't no holding.
What is that?
I mean, what you mean put arm on you? No, don't put your arm on this. No, but I'm saying you can just lay your.
No,
put
don't
your
touch
arm
me.
on
I'm saying I'm confused. But she can't touch you. She can't hold you.
She can touch me.
She
but
can't wrap her
hold
arm
me.
around your
No,
stomach.
Don't hold me. No,
That's crazy,
No,
bro. Bro,
no.
you raised by baboons, yo.
call it what you want.
For real.
But listen, I want y'all to give us y'all input on what we got going on. I think this is a topic, that really could be a part 2 talk.
Yeah, I think it is because I think we gotta dive into you being raised by baboons.
I mean, we call it what you want.
Yo, because your definition of masculinity is crazy.
Okay, call it.
Yo, listen, you too tough.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you Rambo.
Okay, no, I ain't.
Nigga Rambo 365 days of the year. Don't look at my feet. I don't like them.
I don't like my feet either.
Okay, I'm saying, okay. Yo, listen.
But
Go ahead.
what's going on, man? We got the East Conference
Man,
Finals and the West Conference Finals.
All the teams
Man,
you picked not looking good, bro.
no, man. Listen, so I know I'm saying like Ant-Man and them gonna be able to pull this one out, champ.
Them niggas go home.
Yeah,
They go home.
3-1 tonight.
It probably be. It
Okay.
may go 4-2.
Okay.
It may go 4-2.
Yeah.
Probably go 4-2. I give at least that, but they go home.
Yeah.
They go home.
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that the Pacers and OKC gonna be a phenomenal matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking of it. I would look that it gotta go game
Hey,
7.
yo, what you think before we get to that, what you think went wrong with, let's go with OKC first. What went wrong?
As far as with Minnesota.
Yeah, what Minnesota? What went wrong? What Minnesota? What went wrong?
Hey, yo, so basically you need a Randall and you need a third person again to assist Ant-Man. Sometimes I'm gonna say this.
Nigga had 16 of it.
Yeah. So Ant-Man has a problem where you need to score, champ. You can't keep on sharing that ball and expecting them. I understand you want to dish out the ball, but you got to take over. And I think the problem is Ant-Man not taking over is really costing them because in order for them to win, they need him to have 25 plus. Right? So that's that. Mm-hmm. And then Randall going, get his and the whole 9. Yeah. So I just think that as far as the Knicks, if Cat is going inside and stop being on the outside perimeter and showing his dominance inside, they gonna win.
No.
If Brunson and they're tired, give them their bench don't come off. They don't come out the bench. They may have 1 or 2 players that come out the bench. They just played yesterday where they had about 2 or 3 people off the bench. I think they got this thing where if Brunson not in, they probably could have some comebacks because they have in the past. But with Brunson, he's tired.
No,
he's tired.
Hold. The motherfucker don't play no defense. That's the problem. He's a liability.
Yeah, he had a lot of fouls.
30.
He had 4 fouls in the first half.
He can't play defense. So they know that he's a fucking weak link. Yeah, he can score. But on defense, it's motherfucking 4 against motherfucking 5. He can't play. Mm-hmm. They play no defense. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. And you got, people can say what they want about Halliburton. They call him overrated. Nigga balling, bro.
He balling. He went
he had a triple-double
yesterday.
Come on, man.
32, 15, and 14.
Yeah, come on, man.
10.
12 Rio.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah,
he was killing.
Yeah, bro, come on.
And his father been in the building, even elevated what he had going on.
Free pops.
Pops in the building now.
Yeah,
you know that?
Yeah, he was locked
Pops
up.
But they still didn't authorize him to go to other stadiums. Yeah. But right now,
but I think that, and you can see that the continuity between Indiana has a good chemistry.
Yo, they play like college players.
But here is the key thing. Hollenberg's great, but Siakam is killing.
Yeah,
he's killing.
He's killing.
He is the X factor.
He is.
He had almost 40 the other night. Then he had 30 last night. Mm-hmm. He's the X factor.
He is.
And he got the experience because he's been there before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying with Toronto.
Yeah. With Toronto, yeah.
Come on, man. So we're gonna see.
I definitely think it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to see these 2 teams that's left. I mean, the other 2 teams to battle it out.
Yeah.
I think keep on battling it out with them.
Yeah.
But I would love OKC and Pacers, number 1, and it's gonna be phenomenal.
OKC gonna win though. OKC gonna win the whole thing.
I couldn't. I don't know. I want my man Shea to get it though.
His cards is in his favor, bro. I mean, the team is just playing too well, bro. They got too much. You got to think about it. They only got the player. They got the bench. You know what I'm saying? They got my man coming out the bench playing hella great defense. Yeah. It's the small things why they winning. Yeah. It's the rebounds. It's the defense. Yeah. It's what's my guy name?
Offensive rebounds.
What's my guy name?
Jalen Williams.
No, he used to play for LA. They trade him.
Oh
yes.
White dude.
Yes.
So
yes.
He's defense crazy.
Alex
Caruso.
Yes, yo.
Defense crazy.
That's why they
had him sticking Joker.
It's the small things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we know Shea gonna get his. It's the small things that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
The cat's helping out. That's why they winning, bro. Yeah. That's why they winning.
I agree.
So And they really don't even have a number 2.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Williams, yeah, whatever he's supposed to be.
He's supposed to be,
but we gonna see it. You know what I mean? So they doing, they doing
and I
extremely
mean,
well,
I
bro.
think Shay, man, Shay and his cousin, man, been showing up. You know what I mean? They've been battling, man. And I like it, man. And I'ma feel bad that they going home, but they done been here twice. I think, you know, they come back next year. No, Minnesota.
Okay.
So if they come back come back next year, just need to add something to
Cat need to be a big man.
He need to be a big man.
Stop being a fucking two guard.
Yep. He need to be a big man. You should have saw how he was going in. Oh my God. He got it in him. He
that light skin shit, bro. You feel me?
Shout out to light skins.
Yeah, but with that being said, man.
Listen, you want to make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.
One more time.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We thank y'all for checking in with us.
Sure.
Episode 9. Listen, we got something coming for y'all. Episode 10. Episode 10 is going to be wild. We got something coming for y'all.
For sure.
So make sure y'all stay tuned.
Hit the subscribe button, baby. Hit the subscribe button.